Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Larry the Lone Wolf here, back again with yet another list video. Today, I am going to be giving you guys my 10 favorite video game waifus. Now keep in mind, this video is in no particular order as I love all 10 of these characters equally and in different ways. However, it should be noted that I did save my personal favorite waifu as the best for last. So, with that being said, let's jump straight into it. Are you ready? I would hope so, because to kick off this list, we have Blue Mary. The Fatal Fury and KOF series feature numerous female characters. While you are free to choose your favorite, for me, Blue Mary stands out among the rest. So what distinguishes her from other female characters? Firstly, it's worth noting that her design draws heavy inspiration from Dragon Ball's Android 18, which is an added bonus for me as she is my favorite female character from that anime. Blue Mary is one of the most beloved characters in the Fatal Fury and King of Fighters series, thanks in large part to her well-developed personality and backstory. Despite her warm exterior and unflappable demeanor, Mary is a deeply complex character who has been through a lot in her life. Her tragic past, which includes losing both her father and her ex-lover Butch, has left her with emotional scars that carries with her to this day. In fact, the reason she has her codename is because it was named after a cocktail drink called the Blue Mary, which she and Butch used to drink all the time. As a tribute to her late boyfriend, she decided to go by the codename Blue Mary. Despite these hardships, Mary remains a resilient and capable Secret Service agent who takes her job very seriously. She is fiercely dedicated to protecting the people she cares about and upholding justice, even if it means putting herself in danger. Her close friendship with Terry Bogard, another fan favorite in the series, adds another layer of depth to her character. Their relationship is often teased as being more than just friends, with many fans speculating that they're secretly in love with each other. But while Mary may be a tough and capable fighter, she is also a loyal and compassionate friend to those she cares about. Her playful banter and camaraderie with Terry and other members of the Fatal Fury and King of Fighters cast help to lighten the mood in an otherwise serious and action-packed series. Her ability to balance being a badass fighter and a fun-loving friend is what makes her such a beloved character in the fighting game community. Blue Mary is a character who has resonated with fans for decades thanks to her well-rounded personality and relatable backstory. She is a reminder that even the toughest and most capable individuals can still be deeply affected by tragedy and loss, and that true strength comes from being able to persevere in the face of adversity. Moving on, our attention is now on Jill Valentine, a member of the STARS team who is the female lead character in Resident Evil. What makes Jill a remarkable character is her unwavering sense of self-preservation, courage, and heroism. Her ability to survive in the most extreme life or death situations has been demonstrated time and time again. Although she suffered from PTSD after the mansion incident in the first Resident Evil game, she, along with Chris and Barry, managed to survive. In Resident Evil 3, she single-handedly defeated the enormous tyrant Nemesis and successfully escaped Raccoon City with Carlos just before it was destroyed by a nuclear bomb. Jill is not only a tough and resolute character, but also has a unique fashion style and is a caring person who is always ready to help others. In a zombie apocalypse, she would be the one to have your back, making her the ultimate loyal ally and someone you never want to be on the wrong side of. She even made history as the first Resident Evil character to be featured in a 2D fighting game, that being Marvel vs. Capcom 2. You can even argue that she is the true main protagonist of the series. Overall, Jill Valentine is the complete package. A beautiful, badass, brave, caring, and expert survivalist who is tough and selfless. She is a character with so many admirable qualities, making her a fan favorite among Resident Evil enthusiasts, including me.
You want stars? I'll give you stars.
Bang, bang, bang! Pull my devil trigger, guys, because next up, we have Lady. Lady is not only a great character in terms of her backstory, appearance, and combat abilities, but she also possesses a strong personality that makes her stand out from other female characters in video games. She made her debut in Devil May Cry 3, originally born as Marianne, and is on a quest for revenge against her father Arkham, who sacrificed her mother in a failed ritual in the hopes of obtaining the power of the legendary Dark Knight, Sparta. She shows extreme hostility towards Dante due to his demonic heritage and generalizes demons as evil creatures, all because of what her father had done. It's worth noting that Dante gives her the name Lady after she abandons her birth name.
Okay, then what should I call you?
I don't care, whatever you want.
Whatever, lady.
By this point, Lady gets to know Dante and realizes that not all demons are bad, and works with him to take down her father. Arkham deceives Lady into thinking that Virgil, Dante's brother, is responsible for his actions, which leads her to a trap set up by Arkham to open the gates to the demon world. After the final battle, Lady kills Arkham, but feels remorseful for having destroyed the last part of her family. She decides to start a new life under her new name and helps Dante name his shop Devil May Cry.
Maybe somewhere out there, even a devil may cry when he loses a loved one. Don't you think?
Lady's character development throughout the series is impressive. At first, she is presented as a vengeful lone wolf who doesn't trust anyone, but as she works with Dante and the other characters, she learns to open up and trust others. Lady's growing friendship with Trish, Dante's demon ally, is a particularly notable example of this development. Despite their initial animosity towards each other, Lady and Trish eventually come to understand and respect one another, demonstrating the power of forgiveness and empathy. Overall, Lady is a well-written character who serves as a positive representation of women in video games. Her story is a testament to the power of overcoming adversity and finding one's true purpose in life. Flock off, Featherface! It's our favorite Umbran witch, Bayonetta. If you were to take Dante from Devil May Cry and gender bend him, Bayonetta would be the result. Her character arc is quite complex and multifaceted, but I'll do my best to summarize it. Bayonetta is introduced as a confident and powerful witch with exceptional combat abilities. She is initially portrayed as being quite carefree and unconcerned with the events around her, but it becomes clear that she is actually on a quest to regain her memories and discover her true identity. This is when we as an audience learn that Bayonetta is more multi-layered than we perceive. She is one of the last members of the Umber Witches, a clan of black magic practitioners who can summon infernal demons. She has a complex and mysterious past that involves her being shunned as a child, losing her memories, and traveling through time. She also has a strong bond with her childhood friend and rival, Jean, and the journalist, Luca Redgrave. She was born as Cereza, the daughter of an Umbran witch and a Lumen sage, two clans that were at war with each other. She was rejected by both sides and locked in a cell as a child. She was also the chosen one to inherit the left eye of darkness, one of the two eyes of the world that control reality. Bayonetta had her soul sealed in a coffin by her friend Jean during the witch hunts and sent her to the bottom of a lake for 500 years. When she woke up, she had no memories of her past and renamed herself as Bayonetta. She became a witch who hunted angels for 20 years, hoping to find clues about her identity and her past. Along the way, she meets Enzo, a human informant, Rodon, a former demon who runs a bar and a weapon shop, and Luca Redgrave, a journalist who blames her for his father's death. Personality-wise, Bayonetta is a beautiful and charismatic witch who knows how to have fun and kick ass. She is confident, witty, sarcastic, and playful, but also caring, loyal, and brave. She has a unique and elegant fashion sense, and she can change her appearance with different costumes and accessories. She is also very skilled and powerful in combat, using a variety of weapons, magic, and techniques to defeat her enemies. Needless to say, she is one of my favorite video game characters of all time. Heads up, everyone, it's freaking Blaze Fielding. Coming from Sega's beat-em-up series Streets of Rage, Blaze is a former police officer who fights against crime and corruption in a large American city known as Wood Oak City. Blaze is known for her exceptional fighting abilities including judo, sambo, and gymnastics. She's a force to be reckoned with, capable of taking down any man who gets in her way. In the first 3 games of the series, Blaze teams up with her friends Axel Stone, Adam Hunter, Max Thunder, and Eddie Skate Hunter to foil the evil plans of the main antagonist, Mr. X, who is the leader of a criminal organization called the Syndicate. Blaze is a woman of great courage and determination. She's not afraid to put her life on the line to protect her hometown from the dangerous criminals who threaten its safety. Blaze is also known for her strong sense of justice, but she can be ruthless when it comes to taking down her adversaries. Despite her tough exterior, Blaze has a kind heart and a deep compassion for those in need. One of the things that makes Blaze so admirable is that she left the police force due to the corruption she witnessed within it. This demonstrates her strong moral character and shows that she's not afraid to stand up for what's right, even if it means going against those in power. Blaze is a loyal friend and a fierce protector. She's the kind of woman who will always have your back no matter what. But don't be fooled by her friendly demeanor, as she can be quick to show her opponents who's boss. Blaze's beauty mark near her lip only adds to her already stunning looks and athletic build. In conclusion, Blaze Fielding is a character who embodies strength, courage, and determination. She's a fierce fighter who's not afraid to take on any challenge, and she does so with style and grace. It's no wonder that she's considered one of the most iconic characters of the Streets of Rage series and one of Sega's most beloved female characters. However, there's one character who predates Blaze Fielding, and her name is Marianne Kelly. Marianne is a notable character from the Double Dragon series, often portrayed as the girlfriend to Billy Lee, who always gets kidnapped. That's not the reason she's on this list. The sole reason she makes this list is due to her portrayal in River City Girls 2, where she becomes someone who kicks ass rather than constantly waiting for the Lee brothers to save her ass. Speaking of which, Marianne mentioned that she was close to both of the brothers, at least in the continuity of River City Girls. What she means by being close to both of the Lee brothers is up to you to speculate. Get your minds out the gutter.
Anyway,
the point I'm making is that Marianne went from being a damsel in distress to being an action heroine, always ready for a fight and protect not only herself, but the ones she cares about. In River City Girls 2, she grows to have a healthy friendship with Misako and Kyoko, and together they team up along with Pruvi, Kunio, and Riki to defeat the evil Yakuza family, including Ken, Sabuko, and the head honcho himself, Sabu. Marianne is a testament to how one can save their own skin under any circumstance if they're willing to put in the work to become a stronger individual both physically and mentally. Although she has a similar personality to Blaze, Marianne is a more laid-back character. She is someone you can chill out with, but don't underestimate her because she can still be just as violent and hot-blooded as she is down to earth. Coming up next, gentlemen, is the woman with the thick legs and pioneer of video game waifus, ChunLi. ChunLi comes from the Street Fighter franchise, making her first appearance in the second installment of the series, Street Fighter II, in 1991, making her the first female character in a fighting game. She enters the Street Fighter tournament to seek revenge for her father's death at the hands of the tournament sponsor, M. Bison. ChunLi is often depicted wearing a traditional Chinese kepi dress, which is modified to allow for greater freedom of movement during combat. She also wears white combat boots and has distinctive spiked bracelets and earrings, and her bun hair is another iconic aspect of her appearance. ChunLi is often portrayed as a strong-willed, determined, and honorable fighter with a heart of gold. She has a deep sense of justice and is always willing to fight for what is right. Her commitment to her work as an Interpol police officer and her desire to bring criminals to justice is unwavering, to say the least. In addition to her strong sense of justice, ChunLi is also known for her kindness and compassion towards others. She has been shown to have a soft spot for children and is always willing to go out of her way to help those in need. Her interactions with other characters in the series often demonstrate her empathy and understanding of their struggles. ChunLi is also highly competitive with a fierce desire to improve her martial arts skills and become stronger. She has a friendly rivalry with many of the other Street Fighter characters, most notably Ryu, but is always respectful and sportsmanlike in her approach to fighting. She is both a skilled fighter and a compassionate human being, and her combination of strength and kindness has made her a beloved and iconic character in the Street Fighter franchise and has become a cultural icon for women in all of media. Bottom line, ChunLi is one thick, hot mama. Speaking of mamas, next up, we have Eva. Eva, also known as Tatiana, is a highly intriguing character from the Metal Gear series. She is a former NSA agent and KGB operative who was initially sent to assist Naked Snake during Operation Snake Eater in Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. However, as the plot thickens, it becomes clear that Eva's motives are not entirely straightforward. She is tasked with obtaining the Philosopher's Legacy, a vast fortune amassed by China, Russia, and the United States during the First World War, but she also harbors a personal agenda of her own. Eva is not just a cunning strategist and master of espionage, she is also an accomplished motorcycle rider, a skill that she puts to excellent use during her missions. She resurfaces in Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops, joining the newly formed Patriots and playing a vital role in their operations. Eva then agrees to serve as the surrogate mother of Big Boss's children through the Les Enfants Terribles project, which ultimately leads to the birth of Solid Snake and Liquid Snake. In Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots, she appears under the name Big Mama and works with Raiden and other war orphans to protect them from the Patriots system. She is then killed by a new strain of fox dye used by the Patriots. She is shown to be a skilled and resourceful operative with expertise in espionage and combat. Despite her abilities, she also has a playful and flirtatious side, often using her charms to manipulate those around her. Additionally, Eva is depicted as having deep respect for the boss, often dreaming about her and carrying a memento of her. Eva also happens to show a maternal side, such as agreeing to carrying Big Boss's children and later working to protect war orphans, but she can be manipulative and even coquettish when the situation calls for it. Nevertheless, she remains a fascinating and enigmatic figure, one of the most memorable characters in the entire Metal Gear franchise. And now comes the part where my monetization takes a dive, because up next, we have Ayane. God damn, I love this chick. In my view, Ayane is the most well-rounded character in the Dead or Alive fighting game series. Despite her stunning appearance and impressive ninjutsu fighting style, Ayane carries a deep emotional burden due to her troubled past. She was conceived as a result of her father Raido's rape of her mother, and as a result, Ayane was ostracized by her village. This caused her to adopt a negative outlook on life and to distance herself from others. The only person who showed Ayane love and acceptance was her half-brother Hayate, while her relationship with her friend Kasumi, Hayate's biological sister, was complicated by the fact that they were actually sisters, but they didn't know that at the time. Ayane was raised in the Hajimon section of the Mugen Tenshin clan by Genra, who trained her to suppress her emotions and to be merciless to her enemies. It was only later that Ayane learned the truth of her bloodline and turned against Kasumi, whom she condemned for being treated as a princess by the village. Over time, Ayane begins to let go of her hatred and becomes more open to others, particularly after encountering characters like Elliot, who treat her with kindness. By the events of Dead or Alive 5, she has reconciled with Kasumi and now fights alongside her and Hayate. Ayane's character is much more complex than can be described in a few sentences. She had to overcome significant challenges from a young age and developed emotional issues as a result, but that never stopped her from becoming a skilled and deadly kunoichi. Her journey is a testament to the power of will and the ability to overcome even the toughest obstacles. In my opinion, Ayane is one of the best female characters in fighting games and my personal favorite waifu from Dead or Alive. I saved the best for last, and I'll do my best not to go on for an eternity. Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from Final Fantasy VII, we have Tifa Lockhart. I will flat out admit that Tifa is the only female character that I am a massive simp for. Tifa is the perfect image of what a woman should be in my view. She is a massive sweetheart, always looking out for the people of Midgar, being a maternal figure to Marlene, Barrett's daughter, and being a ride-or-die chick for Cloud Strife, her childhood friend. On top of her intoxicating personality, Tifa is a trained martial artist, and a damn good one. She received martial arts training from Zangan, and despite her reserved personality, she possesses formidable physical strength. Her fighting style centers around punches and kicks, and she utilizes knuckles and claws as weapons to augment her attacks. Despite not having the same physical advantages as her companions Cloud, the super soldier, and Barrett, the battle-hardened leader who wields a cybernetic gun arm, Tifa's skills place her on par with the rest of the party. Her physique reflects her training with Zangan, with others noting her well-toned muscles. Going into her backstory, Tifa and Cloud grew up together in a village known as Nibelheim. Cloud left the village when they were teenagers to join Soldier in an attempt to impress Tifa. Things take a dark turn when Sephiroth, the main antagonist, goes on a rampage through Nibelheim, leading to Tifa's family getting killed, including Cloud's. Tifa has experienced profound grief and loss, which has influenced her conflicted nature, low self-esteem, and reserved tendencies. Her sorrow and anger towards Shinra and Sephiroth fuels her desire for revenge. Tifa copes with her pain by withstanding it rather than avoiding it, leading her to join Avalanche to fight back against Shinra. Despite being a supportive presence for her friends, Tifa is a complex figure with mutual dependence in her relationships. She serves as Barrett's moral compass, keeping him grounded to do what is right while relying on him to push her forward when she is indecisive. Undoubtedly, Tifa's strongest connection is with Cloud, who represents the only remaining link to their destroyed hometown of Nibelheim and her former self. Tifa's deep sense of protection towards Cloud is mutual, and they share a close bond built on their shared experiences of loss and trauma. Tifa exhibits qualities of reserve, morality, and empathy, often taking on a motherly role within her group of allies by providing emotional support and encouragement. She is also a voice of reason for her companions, encouraging them to think through their actions and make ethical decisions. Bottom line, Tifa is friggin' awesome. She's the kind of woman who would root for your success and support you in any way she can, whether if it's emotional support or just simply motivation. Tifa is the kind of best friend who will go to the deep end to help another friend through difficult times. Biggest example being Cloud, of course. She's the sole reason Cloud was able to find himself and restore his true personality. The sacrifices she makes for her friends is admirable, a testament to her amazing character. Beyond just being physically attractive, she has an amazing and lovable personality, and she's incredibly strong, both physically and mentally. The qualities of her character that I've listed are the main reasons why Tifa Lockhart is my favorite waifu in video game history. If her maintaining her warm, gigantic heart, despite all the grief and trauma she's been through, isn't a testament to her being the best example of how to write a strong female character, then I don't know what is. And that's all I have for this video. My personal favorite 10 waifus. The best way to end off this video is to recite a very famous quote from my good old cousin Nostradante. Tifa is love. Tifa is life.